Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, a WWE Hall of Famer has admitted begging for a job from Tony Khan.
WWE are sensationally trying to bring back Sasha Banks and Naomi.
A couple of AEW wrestlers are upset with their lack of TV time, it seems.
And an update on Johnny Gargano's status after his surprise appearance on Impact last night. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
Plus, later on, a major announcement surrounding our Cardiff show over the weekend of Clash at the Castle. And this is the news, brought to you today by Magic Spoon, but more on them in a little bit.
Busy news video today. And I want to, before we dive in, shout out to the people who sent us the nuttiness in the background.
Love it.
We have stuff today from Devin D19, Quotaphone, and Ryan King Art.
Great work.
That's their Twitter tags. Nonsense. I asked for the Fiend photoshopped as Kermit the Frog.
You got it.
Gave me about 100 of them, no exaggeration between DMs and everything. But this one's got the eel, the flatty, there's a turtle with eagle wings. The news, wrestling news. WWE Hall of Famer begs Tony Khan for a job.
I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this story. Go on.
It's Road Dogg, isn't it?
Oh.
It's Road Dogg. He admitted this on Busted Open Radio yesterday. And of course, immediately was ridiculed for this because he's a weird guy. He's a very weird guy.
Yeah.
I've got the quote here from Busted Open Radio. He's been out of wrestling for a while. He was let go by WWE in January, February, that kind of ballpark. But he says, I'm not retired, I'm unemployed. That's what I'm saying. I'm not tired, I'm unemployed. This is interesting. And I see things on Tony Khan's TV show that appall me. He's appalled by this pro wrestling show. I could help with that. Presumably he means make it even more appalling. I've been begging him for a job on every platform I can. I want to know the reason why he won't hire me. So Road Dogg was... His latest WWE stint was long and all-encompassing. He'd been a producer, he'd been a writer on SmackDown, he'd been a coach, like a behind-the-scenes role at the Performance Center with NXT. We've all seen the photos of him, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, being computery guys and all of that stuff. Those are the words of Road Dogg. Lest we forget, a couple of weeks ago, Road Dogg really kissed Tony Khan's ass.
That's such a big tweet.
When he posted that...
You're looking good, Tony.
Tony and his dad posted that wonderful photograph of them both in white suits, I think it was. What do you reckon of this?
Yeah, I'm confused why AEW haven't reached out to them, because they always kick that shiznit doggy style. So... Look, I don't know why anyone is surprised by this story. Of course AEW don't want to hire Road Dogg. He's been bad-mouthing them. You can't watch the point is...
He's appalled by them.
If I was trying to get a job somewhere, I get it, constructive criticism. You say, well, I can help her do this. Yeah. But surely you say, it's great, it just needs a little bit of seasoning or whatever it may be. You don't say, this is crap.
This is indie garbage.
Vince in Russo.
He's one of these guys. He's a dinosaur, man. These are the viewpoints of a dinosaur. Yeah. Completely out of touch with modern wrestling. Completely out of touch with fans. Harking back to a different era because it was their era and it was really successful.
Yes.
Oh, the magic from that must still work. No, it's a completely different society. It's a completely different consumer base. And lest we forget... The SmackDown post-draft in 2016 was a tremendous show, right? Afterwards, it was kind of like flatty section.
Yes.
Shout-outs to Quotaphone for bringing that to Ring of Honor last Saturday.
Well played.
Amazing, the H stands for Honor. Shout-out to the King of the Mic. Don't get it yet. It's coming later on. Lest we forget that wonderful show, that SmackDown show, was kind of like this Isle of Misfit Toys where everyone was a bit out of place, but they came together in a beautiful way. We had Dean Ambrose on top, we had AJ Styles, we had all this cool stuff going on. Road Dogg comes in as writer that December, and by January, it is bad. Yeah. So, there's your example. Also, he went back to NXT a couple of years ago, took on this role, happened to be involved in this really uninspiring era of NXT that comprehensively lost the Wednesday Night Wars to Tony Khan's appalling TV product.
Don't get me wrong, AEW has areas it can 100% improve on.
It's nowhere near perfect.
Like, if someone had said... Oh yeah, I really like AEW, but the women's division needs a lot of work in terms of how it's booked. Then maybe someone goes, maybe they've got something they can add to it. But
they got a bunch of problems.
The way that this has been gone about, and specifically the person who's doing this, I don't foresee Road Dogg is all elite popping up on your screen anytime soon.
This is the guy who tweeted a few years ago, wins and losses don't matter at all, blah, 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 blah. That's the whole point of AEW. What's going on here? What is this? What? It's like me trying to get a job at like a Fortune 500 finance company. It's just not my lane. Like,
yes.
What a load of nonsense.
Dread to think what fiend-based things you'd send as part of that job application. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Sasha Banks and Naomi. I've no bloody idea what's going on with them at the moment, obviously. It seems to be the case what we've not seen them for months since they obviously dumped the women's tag titles on John Laurinaitis' desk and told him to shove it and walked out. And
they did.
Yeah, they understandably were furious with the way WWE were treating with them, and mainly the way that Vince McMahon probably was booking them. Well, now, obviously, Vince is gone, and Dave Meltzer on the Sports Illustrated Media podcast, one of the best podcasts out there that's not ours, is reporting that WWE are sensationally trying to bring them back because, hey, Vince isn't here anymore. Things might get better.
The problem has been removed.
Exactly. Kind of up in the air is how Dave even describes it as. They are reaching out at least, and yeah, I think we talked about this the moment Triple H was mentioned as coming back into the fold with WWE, let alone when he became head of WWE Creative. If there is one person, especially with Sasha, who can convince them, give us one more go, it's Trips.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll obviously have a lot of history with Sasha from behind the scenes in NXT in particular, and Vince was seemingly a big issue in all of this, the things that kicked this whole deal off. Without him in the picture, and Johnny Ace as well, it was his desk that they left their tag team titles on. So I am hoping for a resolution on this situation soon because I want to see them both work, because I enjoy them both greatly. And I hope that whatever happens, whether they leave, whether they stay, whatever, is right for them, and we just get to see them being awesome.
And as you said, when this story first broke, hopefully, we always say this, but now Vince has gone, it may actually be the case. Hopefully, this is the catalyst that makes them realise, oh, Sasha Banks and Naomi are really good and really talented.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Fingers crossed. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about AEW stars being frustrated with their lack of TV time in a second. But first, a word from our sponsors. Before we go any further though, I have to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Magic Spoon. Now, Magic Spoon is cereal reinvented, and as the king of the mic, I thought I'd bring the king of the bowl, Michael Hamflett, WhatCulture's very own cereal connoisseur, in to chat a bit about Magic Spoon. What's your favourite flavour?
Peanut butter.
How's it taste? So it comes in 4 delicious flavours, as you mentioned, peanut butter, fruity cocoa, and frosted. And as I mentioned, Magic Spoon is all about the health benefits as well. There are 13 to 14 grams of protein in every serving, only 4 to 5 grams of net carbs in every serving, and 0 grams of sugar, plus only 140 calories in every serving. Now, as I said, you're the cereal connoisseur of WhatCulture. Why do you like Magic Spoon so much?
I like them more than that. Well, do you know how hard it is in the UK staying up late to watch Monday Night Raw, AEW Dynamite, and then spend the rest of your days watching diesel matches on the WWE Network? I rely on cereal, and that's why I rely on Magic Spoon. They've got high in protein, they're really good for my energy levels, without all the bad stuff that typically comes with cereals, all the sugars, things like that. They're absolutely ideal, and I'll take them back, thanks very much.
They are absolutely delicious. If you want to try it for yourselves and get your hands on a variety pack, just click the link in the description below and enter the code wrestling for $5 off, or just head to magicspoon.com/wrestling. Plus, Magic Spoon is so confident you are going to love their delicious cereal. They have a 100% happiness guarantee, which means if you've got any problems, no questions asked, you'll get your money back. As I said, link in the description below, enter the code wrestling for $5 off, or just head to magicspoon.com/wrestling for $5 off your order.
Love that cereal. Let's go.
Absolutely delicious. Link, as I say, in the description below. But anyway, Andy, tell us more about AEW.
Fired up. Yeah, as we say, AEW is not a perfect promotion by any stretch of the imagination. So, look at this. This is the best thing we've ever been sent. Shouts to Ryan King.
I'm getting that tattooed on my arm.
I am going to print this off and I'm going to sit it over here, maybe next to Gemma's drawing
amazing.
of us. It's really sick, isn't it? Very good.
I've never looked so good.
We love that flatty in The Fiend, obviously. I love how Ryan's flipped it as well. It's not the Fiend riding the flatty. It's the flatty riding the Fiend. And he's also a cowboy, baby.
I'm a cowboy, baby.
Right, AEW, yeah, problems. Let's talk about this. Some wrestlers are seem to be frustrated with the lack of TV time, right? Ethan Page was the first. He's the most overt, and he's done stuff like this in the past in other companies, so he's probably working to a degree, right?
Yeah.
But I could understand if this was legit. He tweeted yesterday saying, "Hey, look, Ethan Page actually gets TV time this week. Nice change of pace at work, if you ask me. Keep up the great work, AEW. Can't wait to do this again in 5 weeks." He's a rascal. He does stuff like this.
I love it.
So, you know, the whole Ethan Page played by Julian type deal. He's a nudge, wink, wink kind of guy.
Different shirt every time you see him on TV.
Ooh, Lord.
That's a fact I learned from Chris Van Vliet.
He must have a big wardrobe.
Yeah.
Big wardrobe. Shout out Stephen Page. I think he's tremendous.
Yeah.
Brian Cage.
Oh, this is heartbreaking.
This is a little bit more, it's literally heartbreaking.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more, you know, a bit less overt. Brian Cage said, "What's heartbreaking is doing what you love, but not doing what you love." And Sonny Kiss replied to that saying, "Sure is." So this could be interpreted that way as well.
Yeah.
Brian hasn't been on AEW TV since last October. He had his contract extended. He's worked Ring of Honor shows, including Death Before Dishonor last week. The Embassy, all of that stuff. We've covered that. Sonny hasn't been on TV, not Dark or Elevation, TV, wrestling a match, since being squashed in 26 seconds by Kenny Omega.
Really?
Yeah, that was October 2020. So,
Wow.
hey, I absolutely understand if these
Yeah.
people are upset. Like, these are talented folks, and if you're not able to work your craft, that is obviously going to be frustrating. It is a consequence of the growing roster, and it is something that the company clearly has a problem to solve.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you can't just solve this either necessarily by saying, well, we'll put you on Dark or Dark Elevation because that doesn't get the same attention and views, but it does maybe counteract some of the issues that people are having. But at the end of the day, they've got 3 hours of TV a week, and it's already pretty cramped.
It's really cramped, yeah, and it's like a lot of people get it twisted when we talk about this and go, "Oh, you wanted them to sign Claudio, but the roster's too," and then you say the roster's too big. It's like, it's over true.
Case by case basis,
yeah,
baby.
exactly, over true. And it is clearly something that they need to manage and something they need to find a right solution for. That's the Tony Khan problem, if you ask me.
Exactly. Right, let's finally talk about Johnny Gargano.
Gargano?
I think that's how you say his name.
Gargamel?
Haven't heard him for so long. It's been December 2021 since we last saw him wrestling, but he made a surprise appearance on Impact last night. There was a pre-recorded message for Alex Shelley, basically saying he's one of the most underrated, most influential wrestlers of his generation. Gotta agree, really. Love the Motor City Machine
Alex
Guns.
Shelley,
Obviously, Shelley, if you've not been keeping up with it, beat Chris Sabin to earn his first ever Impact World title shot. Chris Sabin's been world champion before, hasn't
He
he?
has.
Yeah.
So that's wild that
Yeah.
Shelley's never had a shot. He's been there.
Congratulations
for
to Alex
18
Shelley.
years.
Love him. And as a sort of reaction to that, Fightful Select, no crap, just sap, Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful,
No
of
poops,
course.
just scoops.
Yep. Revealed that, well, a lot of people were questioning as to what happens now with Gargano. I've done it now and I can't go back.
That's it,
Gargano.
That's his surname now.
Regarding what his future in wrestling is. Now, apparently, his Impact appearance was just, quote, a favour for a friend. He is not in talks with Impact. So you're telling me he could wrestle at SummerSlam?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
A lot of people have been speculating as to whether he could return to WWE. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, I think he'd be like, the thing about him going back to WWE now is that previously under Vince's ideals, you'd look at obviously an ultra talented guy, but through Vince's eyes, it's a small guy. You know,
Yes.
that's how he would see Johnny Gargano, and I don't think he would fare particularly well on that main roster under Vince. Triple H might be a different story. He's obviously came through NXT. Triple H was the guy. Like he's taken multiple mark picks with him. The Triple H gimmick with the point and stuff. I hope we get a return to that. Personally, I always got a kick out of those.
Favourite was Damien Priest in the hot tub.
Oh my, yeah.
By
Damien
far.
Priest just chilling in the hot tub, and Triple H is like, "Yeah, I'm in the hot tub too." Except
I can't get into my suit.
I'm wearing my suit. I love all that nonsense. I think it's fun. So yeah, I could see him coming back, and I think he would be very happy under Triple H.
Yeah, I'd love to see Johnny Gargano back in the wrestling ring. I miss him, man. Miss him so much.
He's been gone a while, and it's like for good reasons. Having a kid, all
absolutely.
that stuff, spending time with Candice. Well,
More of that
raising
sort of
Quill.
thing for everyone, not just wrestlers, everyone.
Absolutely.
Right, let's step into the baptism of fire that is the Twitter question, Andy.
Yeah, so they were wild this week. I've gone actually for 3 relatively
When are they not?
normal ones for a refreshing change. Twist Friday on its head. The first one comes from Craig from Pro Wrestling Musings. Shout out to Craig.
Hi, Craig.
Who asks, what percentage of the WhatCulture office had to take a cold shower after that Ricky Starks video? I would say about 50%, but the only reason it's at 50% is because the other 50% of people were working from home that day.
Yes.
and didn't see it.
The absolute one, I assume you're referring to. I mean, I had 2, so I don't know if that.
We actually have a shower upstairs. I think
it only does cold as well.
Yeah, this building's like a maze. I've never been able to find it, but it does exist.
Yes, I think I've seen it in my dreams. But yeah, we love Ricky Starks here at WhatCulture. If you don't like Ricky Starks, we sack you. So.
Could we remake that video somehow with the Flatty? Flatty just doing the pose and all the driving cars and drinking Prosecco.
I'm gonna start wearing a gold chain. Someone can get me a gold chain for my birthday.
I might get Phil to make that video that was discussed. Get him a gold chain with an alligator on. Don't do that.
Don't.
That'd be expensive.
Yeah.
Please don't spend your money on us. We are complete buffoons.
Got something you can spend your money on a little bit later though. Stick around.
Question here from Nast, who says this rules. They ask, you are Kevin Feige, the Marvel guy, and you've just signed The Fiend. Not Bray Wyatt, but the character.
Yeah.
To clarify.
I would just sign Bray Wyatt when you get a Fiend.
To appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, what comic book character would you have the Fiend play in Phase 5 of the MCU? Now, my depth of knowledge is largely limited to these movies, so like I couldn't go like Captain Carrot Dude from that hasn't appeared yet. Like I don't
if
have
they've
that
not been
knowledge.
on screen, I've no idea.
So I'm going with Groot, right? And you know how Groot does, I am Groot? I'm the flippin' Fiend. That's all he says.
You're not going to top that. That's amazing.
That's it. That's all he says.
I really
I'm
like
the Fiend. Just
someone edits all the films that have already gone out and puts the Fiend in instead. I'm thinking Hulk, but then like that's far better. Yeah, you've completed the assignment.
Although if he was Hulk, he could start off as regular Fiend.
Exactly.
As Bruce Banner, but when he hulks up, is it Bruce Banner? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's Bruce something. And when he hulks up, he's Crispy Fiend. Burned Fiend. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Obviously,
I'm always crispy.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we could have like a miniature Flatty that could be what's the little rat's name again? Rocket?
Rocky Romero.
Rocky Romero.
No, that's a
what's
wrestler,
it called? What's it called?
Yeah, Rocket. I think you're right.
Is it Rocket?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the smart
There'll be comments
talking,
regardless.
Yeah, Rocky Romero.
I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd have the Fiend replace that bell end who's just got arrows because he's rubbish.
Oh, Hawkeye.
Yeah. Oh, careful, lads. He's got arrows.
What if you made him now?
There's a bloody guy over here because he's got gamma radiation.
It's
bloody hell, Jeff's here.
His name's Steve. No, it's not Steve. Captain America's Steve.
Yeah.
Like I do actually.
Steve looks, the original Captain America before he takes the serum looks like me when I was growing up.
I do actually like these movies despite this tone, but let us know what you think in the comment section below. Would the Fiend make a good Captain America?
Do you know who my favourite Avenger is?
Who's that?
Wolverine.
Oh,
Let's leave that for the comments.
Gosh.
There you go. Enjoy that comment.
Batman for me. Would the Fiend make it? If he was Vision, you could call him the Fiendin.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. The Scarlet Fiend.
Good.
Yeah. All right. That's enough.
Quick Fiend.
Vulcan, but a Fiend.
Doctor Fiend.
Fiend Flat Thanos.
Spider Fiend. Spider Fiend. Spider Fiend. Goose whatever. Spider Fiend goose.
He's got chodes for fingers and he's been burned by Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss. Right. Carl Duty.
Duty.
I like Carl's at here. At the real big Duty. Respect.
Love that.
Greetings, master of the mic.
Oh, the eel! I couldn't deal with it.
And His Excellency of the Eel. Love it. If you had to pick 5 wrestlers to merge their bodies together like Voltron and form one giant wrestler to fight a King Kong-sized fiend, who would you pick and what body part would they form? Let's do a body. Let's bounce it back and forth.
Okay.
Will Hobbs' torso, because he's gigantic.
Of course.
There you go.
I'm gonna say Colin Delaney's arms.
Wow. Okay.
Got to mix things up here.
So on the end of we're talking WWE era Colin Delaney as well, skinny guy. All right, to make him look even weirder, he's got this massive torso and these skinny arms. The Great Khali's hands. There you go.
Brilliant.
You know, when you make like just a complete weird creature in WWE 2K, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah. Head. What head are we gonna give them? Walter. Square.
Square head.
Oh, Gunther. Apologies.
Square head. There we go. And we need some legs. Who are we going for with the legs?
Can we have one from each?
Why not?
Biggie.
Why not?
Alexa Bliss.
Wow, okay. All right, fair play.
Done it.
There you are. There's our
I
Voltron.
think the King Kong size flat Fs might win this
Well,
one.
that's the thing. Our
Or it'll be baffled.
Our creation has got 2 different length of legs, so they'll just be able to walk in a circle and nothing else.
I think Big E could fight off the flat F on one leg. So
would we be able to like lift up the Great Khali's hands with Colin Delaney's arms?
it's just.
I'm sorry, we have totally messed this up, but that's the point.
What do you expect?
That's the purpose. Your turn.
Let's move on to today's, and finally, I mentioned throughout the week there's going to be a big announcement today, and I am pleased to announce that our big show Clash Near the Castle, which goes down the day of Clash at the Castle, is going to have more tickets. They are set to be released, I believe, later on today. Keep your eyes peeled on social media for that one. And the huge announcement is that we're doing another show that weekend. Friday night at Sin City Comics and Gaming in Newport. It's going to be called Lost in Newport. You know, like Lost in New York with the Home Alone. We've redone the poster and everything. It goes down on Friday night, as I said, Sin City Comics and Gaming. You can get the tickets from the Sin City Comics and Gaming website, which also we'll stick a link to in the description. All the money that we make, it's going to be £5 a ticket, just £5 to hang out with us weirdos. £5 a ticket, all the money that we make is going to a charity that is very close to our hearts here at WhatCulture, Down Syndrome Northeast. So please come along, and you're doing it all for a good cause. And what a weekend that's going to be, Andy.
Yeah, so the Friday night's going to be a bit more chilled, a bit more laid back. We're probably going to, I might bring the eel, why not? The demand for the first show,
Ridiculous.
the Saturday show, was so crazy. It sold out in 4 hours that we had to find a way to accommodate you guys because the demand was so nuts. So here we are. Come hang out with us. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
Yeah, we're fun guys despite how obnoxious we come across on videos.
Exactly.
And also, Eel be there.
Eel might be there.
I'm going to put this in my suitcase.
So just to reiterate, the key things, more tickets on sale for Clash Near the Castle, probably going on sale later on today. Tickets for Lost in Newport, our other show for Friday night, will also go on sale today. £5 a ticket. All proceeds going to Down Syndrome Northeast. Link also in the description, as well as the link to our delicious sponsor today, Magic Spoon. Very quickly before we go, Andy, I want to wish a belated happy birthday to Rip. My fault, I forgot to shout him out yesterday. The big 4'5" he was yesterday.
He's half a hamlet.
So
good for him.
Apologies for missing that yesterday. Happy belated birthday. He said, can I have a big shout out from King of the Mic? Andy, please, just this once. The H stands for Holy Shit, Vince is actually gone. He is. And, Andy, will you let me, just for the birthday boy?
I will let you.
With the eel. Do you want to do it here, Mr. Eel? Happy birthday, Rip. Thank you for watching. What a ridiculous news video this has been.
What's going on?
Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Let us know your thoughts on Twitter as well. At WhatCulture WWE. Watch there. Follow both of us. Follow Andy Murray at
Andy H. Murray. The H stands for have a flat weekend.
Have a great weekend, guys. At Adam Wilborn for me. At WhatCulture WWE for all of us, as I said. But for now, my thanks to Andy Murray. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to Magic Spoon for sponsoring today's news. And we will see you soon.
Bye. Did not work.